In this session, we are going to study about food components. In the earlier class, you have studied about food and how it is useful for our body, and you have studied about how the food is prepared, how the various types of food dishes are prepared, and what is the name for the materials required, and the food styles, the different traditional styles of various states in our country are studied in previous class. And now we are going to study something more about the food with the heading food components. Let us see what are food components. So before getting into the topics, we have to understand the relationship between food and activities and how the food is essential for our body. So let us see how the food is essential for our body. To understand this, we have to make a activity by forming into a group. You have to divide into group. That is the activity given in the textbook, but it is not possible in this situation. So you have to discuss. You have to discuss with your parents, siblings, that is your brothers and sisters and your neighbors, and collect the information about various types of food material and the activities performed in our day-to-day life from morning to evening, and tabulate the same information, write the same information in the table, noting the serial number in the first column, and the food items taken by you in the second column, and the third column should consist of the activities performed by you in our daily life. And by doing this activity, we can have some idea about how the food materials are prepared, how the food materials are linked with the daily activities. Okay, so by this activity we can understand the relationship between food and the daily activities or activities performed in our day. Next, so let us discuss about food components. So food components, the components present in the food material that makes up nutritious, add some nutritive value to it, are called as food components. There are 5 types, that is carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins and minerals, fats and roughages. So these are the 5 different types of food components observed in various types of food material. We can find one or more than one type of food components in the food item. Okay, so we cannot see only carbohydrates or only proteins in any of the food item. There may be the combination of more than one food component in a food item. You have to understand there are more than one type of food component in a food item. For example, take a milk. The milk is considered as a very rich source of complete diet, or very rich source of all the food components. So it contains, the milk is a source of carbohydrates, proteins, fats. So you have to say, by this example we can say a food item is not only the source of one food component, but it is a combination of more than one food component. Now, so let us see how the food components are useful for our body. The functions of food components. The first thing is carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are essential for giving us energy. The main function of the carbohydrates is to produce energy in our body. So we generally take different type of food materials from morning to evening that gives us energy. For example, chapati, rice, roti, and so many other food materials taken in our daily life give us energy. Not only this, most of the food materials consider, as I said earlier, a food item is a combination of more than one food component. Some food items may give us energy, but especially to gain maximum energy, we select some of the rich sources of carbohydrates in our daily diet. And that is all about the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is the only source of energy. And example, we take chapati, rice, and other cereal products are examples for the sources of carbohydrates. Next, coming to the proteins. Proteins are very helpful for our body. They are also main important part of the diet. It gives us, it helps us to grow our body. It adds body mass, and also it repairs our body when we are injured or when we are suffering with any problem. The new cells are added, the new mass is added to our body by the proteins. So that is why the doctors advise you to include more number of protein sources whenever a person is diseased or injured or he has some problem in his body. So proteins are the bodybuilding foods. They are commonly called as bodybuilding food. They are helpful for building our body. In the films and in so many things, in so many examples you can see the people who wish to build their body try to take more amount of proteins like egg, chicken, and so many other food items. Next, coming to the fats. Fats are also the one type of carbohydrate, but they give maximum energy. The amount of energy yielded by 1 gram of fat is more than the energy produced from 1 gram of carbohydrates. That's why the dietitians do not suggest you to take more amount of fats. They ask you to limit the intake of fats. So we have to include the fats, but it should not cross the required levels or required amounts for our body. The next, coming to the vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals are helpful for our body to stay healthy. They keeps us healthy. They protects our body from diseases. They develop some kind of materials in our body that helps in fighting with the disease causing organisms. So that is how the vitamins and minerals are helpful for our body. Next, coming to the final food component, refuges. Refuges are also a type of carbohydrates. They do not have any specific function, but they are helpful for throwing out the undigested, unabsorbed waste materials from our body. Okay, so after taking the food material get digested, and some of the food materials which is not digested, which is not absorbed by the body, will remain, and after some time they have to be defecated out, they have to be released out. So during this process the refuges are helpful. So these are the various types of food components which are required for our body. And coming to the next topic, so there are 3 types of tests. So maybe we have discussed 5 different types of food components, but in our textbook they have given only 3 tests, that is test for starch, test for proteins, test for starch, and test for fats. So there are 3 tests given in our textbook. Let us discuss one by one. First one is test for starch. How the test for starch is done, and before that you may be confused with this unfamiliar word, strange word, new word, that is starch. What is starch? What is the meaning of starch? Where do you come across this word? So starch is nothing but it is also a type of carbohydrate produced by the plant, all the green plants, and stored in them for producing the energy. Starch is the reserved food material in the plants. Okay, so here you have to understand Starch is helpful for producing energy in the plants. It is also a type of carbohydrates. So how it is tested, how we come to know that starch is present in a food item? Simple, it is very simple. You have to take dilute iodine solution. So how it is formed? Dilute iodine solution. Here we want